Numbers chapter 6, verses 22 to 27.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a very interesting little bit in Numbers where God actually gives Aaron and his sons some liturgy, I think is the right word for it. Maybe there's a different word for it, but I think it's liturgy. And I know that lots of different people have different opinions about liturgy in worship and liturgy in the community of faith and what its role is. Repeated words that come to define something, words that are repeated and known and create tradition and culture within your group. But here it is. Numbers chapter 6 from verse 22 to 27 says, "The Lord said to Moses, 'Tell Aaron and his sons, this is how you are to bless the Israelites. Say to them, the Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine on you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. So they will put my name on the Israelites and I will bless them.'" So, yeah, it's just an interesting bit in Numbers where you get God saying, actually, there are particular words that I'd like you to use as you bless the Israelites. And so, I mean, the way that I see this is like, God is giving them words to help form their corporate identity as the people of God.
Mm.
Words are important. The words that are repeated, the words that are said often are important. And, we could debate whether churches should prescribe certain words to say in church services and liturgical elements, repeated words, things like that. But it seems like in ancient Israel, it was the case that God wanted certain words to be said at certain occasions and in certain ways. And I just thought this was interesting. And yeah, do you have any thoughts on this? And is this even is this even in the realm of liturgy, or am I misusing that word?
I think that first time I ever heard these words was not by reading them in Numbers. I was at a church service and they ended the service with these words. So some church services have what they call a benediction, a good word at the end. And this was the benediction, right? The Lord bless you, keep you, make his face shine on you, be gracious to you, turn his face toward you and give you peace. So it was a good word that was given a benediction. And then there was a doxology where we said something or sang something at the end. A word of praise to God. And so it was used liturgically in the sense of it was used in our gathered worship together. So at the very least, it's used liturgically, isn't it? It's used for our in Sunday services, for example. So I think it is appropriate. One of the things that is worth seeing is that this sort of hope of being able to see the face of God, to have his face turned toward you, it speaks to a broader theme in the Bible of hope, of being in God's presence and seeing him face to face, which you see throughout the rest of the Bible. So I think that it is a very significant blessing that's given here. This priestly blessing.
And it's beautiful. Like there's a great kind of parallel. You have the Lord and you, and so it's impressing on people what do you want God to I guess, how do you want God to reveal himself? Do you want mercy? Do you want justice? Do you want and it's the priest saying, the Lord bless you, keep you, shine on you, be gracious to you, turn his face toward you, give you peace.
Yes.
And I think there's, as Christians, as any kind of faith, there are moments of doubt where you're like, does God really treat me this way? Does God really want to be kind to me? Is God really loving? And so, yeah, this blessing is a reminder that actually, yeah, God does. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's really, really great. Thanks for sharing that, Pip.